got a different
I
name.
felt that
He's going to cry. He's going to cry, Josh, man. Come on, lad.
social stuff.
Get him a
innit?
tissue, get him a
Social-
tissue.
Social stuff. You were from a stage, you know how things work, you know what I mean?
Did he feel like he kept you grounded?
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I love about you the most, coming from Leeds and seeing how you've started and what you've gone through and how you represent our city is, when we train around Naz, it's a totally different kind of character.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Totally the other side. Even in the gym, it was all razzmatazz. As soon as he walks through the door, everyone's taken back, and people didn't know how to approach him.
You're welcoming.
You're welcoming.
You are.
You know,
No, not even without even saying anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We're on the same level.
Precisely.
Before, you're like, you had to watch your steps, you know, with Naz or whatever, and
because you didn't know how he was going to react.
You don't know.
Mood swings, like it took me months to be able to
Talk
say
to
hello
him.
to him,
Yeah,
and then he was all right with me. But I have seen him just say what you're looking at. And
There's no need for that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally different characters.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've changed.
Yeah. Yes. Welcome to the 13th and final round podcast. Today we have a very, very special guest. Two-time IBF world champion, the Leeds Warrior, Josh Warrington.
Yes. It's on it. We've got, do it in order, English, Commonwealth, British,
oh yeah,
European,
come on,
two-time IBF world champion from Leeds. Leeds' current favourite son, without a shadow of a doubt. How does that sound? Well, the first thing I've got to say though,
And
before he answers me, look at the shape the guy's in. The guy's on weight.
Yeah.
The guy's on weight.
You ready?
Well, first of all, you missed out WBC International.
Yes,
Well,
you
Now,
did.
I had that, and the reason I talk about that one because I know a lot of folk fight for something like that before the fight for the British,
Right.
But I had that for a long time, and for 5 defences, and the fellas who are box were more or less fringe world title contenders.
Yeah.
Likes of Isashi Amagasa, who we know boxed Rigondeaux, you know, put him on his backside. Joe Brunkner, who boxed Lee Selby, you know, they boxed some decent names.
Good
Patrick Hyland, who boxed Gary Russell Jr.
So it prepared
So
you.
yeah,
Prepared you for a world
100%.
title, yeah.
And I boxed all them not for 10 rounds. Because I think you can fight for that belt for over 10 rounds, but I boxed him over 12.
Wow.
And they had a very high ranking with the WBC. And then going to what you said secondly, I'm on weight because I broke my jaw in the last fight.
Remember,
Right.
yeah.
So I've been on liquid lunches and soft foods for more or less since the fight. Only last week I've started to eat normal food.
You
and
hurt your hand
start
as well?
chewing. I hurt my hand. I've torn a lot of ligaments in my hand. I've done that in the past, so that's been a nightmare. But this has been something new as a jaw. Now, you know, fellas, you've all boxed. After fights, you treat yourself.
Yeah, you
You
do. Yeah.
indulge
You
in
could treat
things
yourself.
in the things that you haven't had for weeks and weeks and
And
weeks.
you haven't been able to.
And I've not been able to.
Wow.
Now, normally, I'm digressing a little bit here, but on weighing day, I woke up, I was like 9 stone 5, 9 stone 6, made weight, 8 stone 13. By the time I left for the venue, I was like
10 stone.
9 stone 13, 10 stone.
Yeah.
And then after that, a week, 2 weeks of eating whatever I want, I go to 10 and a half, 11 stone.
Wow.
Yeah.
But on the Thursday, like, so what we're talking Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, about 5 days after the fight, I was looking at myself thinking, I'm feeling light, you know. I'm feeling really light. I'm going to get on scales.
Wow.
9 stone 6.
Wow.
So I've dipped.
Yeah.
I've gone the other way.
Try and look after it though, Josh.
Wow.
Try and look after it because it's going to take a big, for your preparation, it's going to be fantastic for your next fight, hopefully.
I guess so, but like, I think I'm eating into maybe muscle tissue and stuff like that.
Possibly.
You know, so
Possibly.
certainly the excess fat's what might have put on just after.
Yeah.
We're all certainly gone, but and the thing is, it's not like I've been skipping meals.
Yeah.
Eating meals, it's liquid. It's
It's
going
just
through
liquid.
you. It's going
And,
through you.
You know, 100%.
Yeah.
And your body has to work harder. So when you chew, you create
Takes time.
you create enzymes.
Yeah, it takes time to digest.
But
yeah.
and they start digesting for you.
Yeah.
But the body has to work harder.
Yeah.
So are you using excess calories and everything there? But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
anyway.
But
You're
anyway,
speaking my language. That's what I do, nutritionist and
Right,
coach.
well,
Yeah.
you're a special guy. When you was born, you were born premature, weren't you?
That's
How many
correct.
weeks premature were you born?
Oh, I think it was early. I think 34, 35 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit earlier than that.
And look the way you're growing up
It
now.
maybe
look at
just
this.
maybe in the early 30s.
Yeah.
I can't remember directly, but I was born with pneumonia.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was out straight into an incubator on life
Right,
support machine, and
Wow.
I remember them saying to me, "Mum, wrap him in cotton wool. It's going to be delicate.
And he was special.
It's
See,
going to
look
be
at you now.
delicate, you know." So yeah, it's funny that
You're definitely tough on that.
years later I get punched head for a living.
What age did you start? About 9 boxing.
No, I was 6 or 7, I think it was.
That's what I'm talking about. You stuck it out.
I was just
You-
I was mad into
football.
WWF wrestling.
Oh, wrestling.
Hey.
I'm mad into football, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, in my head, I was going to play for Leeds United and I was going to do this, that, and other. But
I used to play for Yorkshire Amateurs.
oh well, there you go. I know a few lads who used to
Yeah.
play for them. Good old side,
Yeah, they
but
were.
mate, I was terrible. In my head, I was fucking brilliant, but I was terrible. I was alright. I was fit, but yeah, that's as far as it
What
was.
position did you play?
Just fucking everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's the thing. I didn't understand the concept of it.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
I didn't understand the concept of football.
Yeah.
Where you.
I don't care as being online and live. He's got my coffee.
That's all right.
Sean's got
Hey,
my
come on,
coffee.
lad. Bring
keep
coffee.
it
It
actually,
took him
yeah.
about
Coffee, lad.
45
Come on,
minutes.
son. Bring it in, son. Yeah, go on
just roll it in
then.
here.
Thank you.
It's raw and ready. It's raw and ready.
Let me grab
Cheers,
it.
Sean.
Let me grab it.
I'll
Keep
get
talking.
mine.
Okay, thank you. Thank you,
Boss
Sean.
lady's coming.
Yeah, keep talking. You should,
This
Sean,
is
keep
real.
talking.
But no, it
Josh's.
always. Thank you very much. Thank you. Always a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So he took me down to a karate club. I did a few sessions there. There were times when they were physical. You know,
Where was the karate? Obviously, me being from Leeds, where was it?
I can't remember where it was. I think it was somewhere in Seacroft in the church, and they normally do them at churches and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
But yeah, Mick Isaacs it was.
Mick Isaac. Yeah,
But,
but the name actually.
But it was the other stuff like the katas. I just
Yeah.
didn't have the discipline and the
Yeah.
patience. And
Yeah.
Boy.
I think he'd seen, my old fellow had seen that my interest really wasn't for that. So I went to the boxing gym on York Road facing the Irish Centre, the Star Gym.
Yeah.
It was East Leeds ABC back then.
Got it. I know it.
We were
Yeah.
walking in there.
What
seeing
year is
it-
that, Josh?
Probably,
80s.
no, 9.
He's not that old. That's you, dude. What are you on about?
Probably 96, 97,
Right,
around
okay.
that time.
Yeah, man.
I think Nicola Adams was training out
Yeah,
that gym
yeah.
at Shed. We were doing a little session out there, but a couple of lads were sparring out of there, and just hairs up the back of my neck. You know,
Oh, you loved it.
I can still remember it like it was yesterday.
Smell.
The smell, the sound, bags being whacked, smell of dirty leather. You know, the lads sparring away and thinking, wow. And it's like any other kid, you know, you try it out and then you get a bit bored. And I went on and off of it.
Yeah.
But he always used to say to me, did me old fella, listen, you either do it or you don't. Don't fucking waste my time. Don't waste the coach's time. If you're
Right.
going to do it, do it. But if
Yeah.
you want to stay at home and play on your PlayStation, do
Yeah.
that. If
Yeah.
you want to go play football, go do that. But even when times when I felt I want to be with my mates, going playing football, I just couldn't leave the boxing. You know, there were sometimes I felt like, am I letting my dad down because time is already put into it? But more than anything, I just couldn't let boxing go. You know, I just wanted, every time I think, I've had enough of it, and he'd say, right, that's it, we're going to pack it in. I didn't want to.
Right.
I didn't want to. And by the time I got to the age of 11,
Yeah.
it just become a bug then.
Wow.
You know, we're never going to let it go. We're known at school as being Josh the boxer.
Go on, lad.
You know, I used to run home from school,
Yeah.
racing the bus home. You know, house parties by the time I got to 15, 16. I'd be drinking Lucasades and bottles of Coca-Cola
Good,
whilst
good.
everyone were drinking bottles
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Lambrini
yeah,
and Stella and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just become part of my makeup and my life. And yeah,
This is a nice town. This is where you brought up, Garforth.
No, it wasn't. We were
No?
born up near it at city centre, so
Yeah.
you know,
It's nice round
Gibson,
here.
Wybeck, Solomon. I used to hang around them kind of areas as a younger lad.
Yeah.
Obviously, as you get older,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you try
yeah.
to better yourself. But no,
This is a posh area, Leeds.
yeah, it's a quieter area. There's not many shoplifters about.
nice.
Not many
Front
glue.
door
There's
open.
not as many glue
Beautiful
sniffers
town.
about, but
Yeah.
you know, Ellis 9 areas have grown up. But good characters,
Yeah.
really good characters, and you know, made the foundations for myself and a lot of my pals as well.
Yeah, yeah.
How was your amateurs then? So you've started boxing at 11, started competing.
Yep.
Yeah.
How did you amateur, and did you get any credentials as an amateur as a young boy?
I did all right. It was a funny one because at 11-year-old I was 28 kg, which is
28K,
you know,
Wow.
in
Really light,
in
isn't
English money it's around 4 stone, 4.5
Yeah.
stone.
Yeah.
You know, I was still only 38 when I was 15.
Wow.
But so for
That's
first few
light, innit?
years,
Yeah.
very light. For first
Yeah.
few years, it was difficult for me
Yeah.
to get matched up.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a minor schoolboy, got to final. I won North East counties. I seemed to get buys all the way through because there were not many
Right, yeah,
fighters
yeah,
in the
Yeah.
categories. But
Yeah.
yeah, I won schoolboys in class 3, 38 kg.
Yeah.
Junior ABA finalist. I thought I'd won that. Boxed a fella called Billy Morgan. And my last year as a senior ABA, I got semi-final. I got beat by Tom Stalker in
I've
semi-finals.
heard of him.
Yeah.
I thought I did better than the scores suggested. I won the first round because I used to give you the scores in between rounds.
Yeah, yeah.
I won the first round. We drawn the second, and then in the last round, I've landed a punch. Apparently, even on the DVD, you can see me landing like clear 4 or 5
boxing,
punches.
right?
But, hey,
How many amateur
he
bouts, Josh?
was on the podium squad at that time. You know,
Yeah.
England captain and whatnot. So
That's why.
Yeah,
Is what it
yeah,
is, but,
yeah.
yeah, I ended up having around 45 amateur fights
Yeah.
coming out
Okay,
of
okay.
36 wins. But I think towards the back end of my amateur career, it was all about the experience and just getting the rounds under my
Yeah,
belts.
yeah.
You know, so
Turned all that around now, though.
So you
100%.
turned.
Yeah.
So you turned pro what age?
18.
And what
Yeah.
did you sign up with?
So I signed up with my manager, who's still my manager now, Steve Wood.
Yeah,
Wood.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually joint managementship. There was me, my dad who looked after
Yeah.
bits and bats, and I played a bit of a management role. Steve Wood and Chris Ashton.
Chris
So
Astor, yes.
yeah. But eventually the board had said that we can only have one manager, and we opted to go with Steve Wood, and
Right.
yeah, the rest.
And
is
you're
just
still
from
there, so how long's that? 10 years?
13 years.
13 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You used to
Yeah.
go to Chris Aston's gym down in Bradford.
In Huddersfield.
Huddersfield.
Huddersfield,
Oh,
yeah.
he moved to Huddersfield. He
Yes,
was in the parks
that's right,
before,
yeah.
wasn't he? With
Yeah.
Mark Hobson and that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But as a 16-year-old lad, we used to go over and spar with Dale.
Dale
And used to
Robinson.
yeah, spar with them boys, and
I spot Dale, I know.
yeah, great experience.
tough
Jason Booth,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Fine.
the man who does my pads now, Abdul,
Yeah.
Abdul Mugabe,
Is it?
you know,
Wow.
Abby, you know, I used to spar
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Didn't really like Yusuf, Alameda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So great experience.
Wow.
Great
that's
experience.
Good,
I remember one of the first times I sparred with him. Because obviously as an amateur, I was used to doing 2 minutes. And I'd go hell for leather for that 2 minutes and then forgetting there's a fucking extra minute in there. And that's where they just turn it on and then just knock fuck out of me. But yeah, good experience, very good
How
experience.
dedicated was you from day one then? Was you always your art in it and that was it? You was...
Yeah, I think from, like I said, when I got to 16, that's what I wanted to do. I think when I left school, I was toying with where I wanted to go because academically I wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Right.
I know might sound like a daft lad and look like a daft lad, but on the exams and things,
Qualifications.
qualifications,
Yeah,
and
good lad,
Wow.
I was thinking to myself, could I take myself off to uni?
Yeah.
Then I was, I don't know about going into the armed forces because someone from the Marines came into school and started talking all that spiel. And as an amateur, there were times when some of the army lads used to come in,
Yeah.
and my dad used to train them, and I liked all that setup, and I liked how they
The discipline.
the discipline, how
Yeah.
they're regimented. So I thought that could be a route, but
Yeah.
because we were sparring some pros in at that age, my old fellow used to say to me, just listen, you can always go back to forces, you can always go back to studying, just give the pros a go and see where you go from there. But
True.
being a 16-year-old lad, it was still 2 years away, and that's a long time. And
Do you regret it? Do you regret what
no,
you
I
said?
don't, because obviously the way that things have turned out, I've made memories that people could only dream of. I've made a lot of history, and I've made some decent wages for myself. I don't regret it. You know, there's times when I think how life could have been. You know, maybe living that uni life and stuff. But then in my early 20s, some of my pals who've gone off to do that were like, listen, what you're doing is fucking unbelievable.
Right.
He said, like, we'd all dream of being in your shoes, but we lacked the discipline. And I had that discipline from being 16-year-old. You know it is, what you're from, like, rough estates, lads. When you get to 16, 17...
You get drawn away.
Everyone's doing something because everyone's doing it. Just because it's in the crowd. You start off with smoking a cig. It starts off then.
Peer pressure.
Can of Stella, can of Foster's. After that, it goes a bit harder. Yeah, we're going to have a spliff. Do you want to have a little burn? Just go and just have a little burn.
Yeah.
After that, you know, you fall in that circle because you're in that circle. You can't help getting involved in it. But for me...
Product of your environment, right?
I'm quite cold, actually. For me, it was just like, no, Josh is boxing, isn't it? We're not going to even offer him it.
Yeah.
Even though I go to them parties, you know, stay up until that o'clock in the morning.
But
all my pals knew not to.
You got their respect.
Not even bother. They'd pass it. Not even.
The respect.
It was like that with me.
Josh is boxing, you know, that's it.
It was like that with me.
I think I've been counted that as well. I've been counted.
Like that with me. So just tell me this, Josh. So this is a tender age what he turned pro, because not many turn pro at 18.
Wow.
Do you understand me?
Yep.
18 was young. So what give you that 18? Because that was young, really. You know what I mean?
I think from the amateurs, and just that last fight I had with Tom Stalker, you know, I never felt my face were going to fit. My style wasn't going to fit. I think back then. See, amateur boxing now, it's changing a bit.
Yeah.
It's more suited to professionals, you know, where the way that they score it, the way that the rounds are. But back then, 4-2s, I think with the transition was changing back to 3-3s, but they're still, with the computer styles of scoring, they liked the fencing kind of in and out boxing.
Yeah.
That wasn't my style.
Yeah, you bet suited to the pose.
War.
I like to just go forward and throw a lot
Hell.
of punches, and that stuck
Yeah.
throughout. So it was always going to be, my last 2 years of being an amateur was always going to be get experience before I turned pro.
Yeah.
And as soon as I had that last fight in ABAs, that was it.
I was training with Danny McDermott when you two fought.
Yes.
Really early on.
Yeah, really
Good,
early on.
he's a good lad. He always talks very highly of you.
Yeah, a great fight, because in my early stages of my pro career, I had some tough fights.
Yeah.
Some fights where
He's freezing, you know. Can you just
get
get a coat?
You don't want to open that door?
Put the boy a coat on here, man.
Open door, get some heat in, man. I'll put
Do you know
the
what,
heater on.
17 degrees outside.
It's 70s, but it's freezing it.
Coals in it. Put the top on.
I said
He's putting the heater on.
the thing is,
We've got a spare hoodie.
No, I said at the start, it's because I've lost weight. I've lost body fat as well.
That's
So
what
I'm
you
fucking, there's
feel
not on me.
it all. Feel it all.
There's a 13-pound hoodie over there.
We'll hook you up.
I'll put my jacket on.
No.
Sorry.
How long is it?
It's all right.
How long is it since his box? Is it 4 or 5 weeks?
3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
I wasn't asking, that fight, when did your hand go?
My hand went around 4 or 5, round 4 or 5, the fourth or fifth round. You started to feel it going on.
Yeah.
Every time I was hitting him with a jab.
Yeah.
So then
Some
I could just
determination,
feel
man.
it aching every time.
Your left hand as well, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
He's
find?
got fucking tough head as Kiko Martinez.
Yeah, he's a tough man, mate. He's a tough dude.
You know, walk clear
Can't
to
underestimate
raise
him.
Clear to raise, you know,
Thin.
there's no
Yeah,
much
the
to
punches
it.
gloves.
yeah.
Punches gloves. Yeah.
It's so weird about when Kiko was 16, I moved to Alicante for 2 years. Just wanted to get out of England. And I used to train in the same gym as him when he was a 16-year-old. And I never would have expected him to go on and do what he did in boxing, actually.
Well, listen, he is a good fighter, isn't he? He's won everything.
Yeah.
And he's gone to the backyard all the time. He's earned a fortune as well.
Yeah.
He's earned a fortune, he has.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
I thought the
And he
tactics
was
were
a
spot on.
tough man to beat, mate.
Yeah.
Tough
You've
man.
done well, Josh. You've done well.
Yeah. You,
Yeah, I think,
you didn't give him any time to breathe, did you?
no, I think leading up to that fight, a lot of people had thought and suggested the ways that we should approach the fight and give their own take on the game plan.
Yeah.
But obviously we had an idea what we was going to do.
I don't think he was expecting that.
But we kept it pretty quiet. And like a lot of the times, I think we have surprised a lot of people. No one expected me to outbox Lee Selby.
Yeah. Right.
You know, when we boxed him. No one expected us to start how we did against Carl Frampton.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You know, the fight against Kidd was as it was. But I think prior to them fights, I'd always been energetic, throw as many punches, but never shown the other side that I have in my game plan and my arsenal, which is the boxing side.
Yeah.
When me and my dad and Abby was talking about fighting Kiko, we discussed about the first fight.
Yeah.
You know, it was set an high pace.
Yeah.
But he can hold an high pace as well. He throws a lot of punches.
Yeah.
And I remember just saying to him that, you know, I don't want it to be as close as it was last time. You know, people thought it was close because he was always there.
Yeah.
And my old fella had come up with bits and bats of a game plan, but some of the other lads in the gym as well, Reece Mould and Max Hughes had mentioned about some inside stuff that I do where I'm glued.
Yeah, stuck on top.
Smother
the work. Yeah.
And it just came about with that tied in with boxing, tied in with a bit of a just mix it up all together.
Yeah.
And you know, Johnny Kebab, my old fella, my dad. he was always going to tell me. He was always going to tell me the right time of when to take it up, when to back off, when to press it, and
to box.
You know, I started off the way I did in the first round just because I wanted to, for my own self. It's been 5 years since we last boxed.
Yeah.
I wanted to see how physically stronger I am.
Yeah.
You know, 5 years ago, probably didn't have the confidence to stand and trade with him. But I'm fucking 5 years older. I've beaten.
Yeah.
My level's grown since then.
Yeah.
So let me see how I feel. And I know the punch powers come on.
Yeah.
I'm standing and sitting on my punches now. Whereas 5 years ago when I boxed him, I was still about landing the shots and pulling off. So
the experiences you've had and the experience, and you've got a tremendous resume, really. If you look at the guys he's beat, you can't mess around with Selby and Frampton, mate. No. Frampton's a 2 freeweight world champion, is he?
Yeah, 2-weight world champion,
2-weight, Selby, good fighters, you know. You got to put him up there, so amazing achievements. And like I say, I'm really honoured to be here today. Do you know what I mean? And
the first world champion from Leeds as well.
That's it, mate.
It's the first one.
I think the thing is with that, I've always been proud because back when I was amateur, you used to get boxing news. Click back to
boxing news,
the back section,
and
look, you'd see clubs from obviously big clubs from London, the clubs up north. Liverpool, Manchester, Sheffield had always got a lot of mention, but nobody from Leeds.
You're right. You're right.
It's a big city. I knew that as a kid. It was a big city. And as a professional, you know, on your Sky Sports, you'd see fighters from Manchester, Liverpool, Sheffield.
Never Leeds.
You know, Henry Wharton had a spell, but was originally from York.
Crawford,
Ashley, Carl Johansson, but never got all the way through.
That's
it. And never really got the recognition that they truly deserve.
I always thought that because you did exactly what I wanted to. I wanted to be the first champion for Leeds, world champion. And coming from Leeds, I always used to see in boxing at some level the peer pressure of the street and the people's opinions, and a lot of guys got distracted by the outside interference. But what you did is you stuck to your game plan, stayed focused, and got it over the line. Because a lot of the Leeds guys had to move away to not get their concentration broke.
Exactly, and I hope now that I can be a role model for the next generation.
100%.
And think, you know what?
That's what you will be.
You are.
Because like in Sheffield, everyone had role models.
Yeah.
You know, Manchester, history of champions of years gone by. Liverpool, full of them. London, you know, big old players. They've always had role models, but Leeds has never said. People can say that, you know what? Josh was just a daft lad from the state. Look what he's done.
Yeah.
You paved the way, Josh.
Yeah, you have.
You paved the way now.
And I think
there's going to be more.
No matter what, you're the first.
We're starting to see that now in young amateurs.
Yeah.
You know, going to follow suit.
Confidence.
How he's gone. So
Yeah.
not the most talented.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, there's kids a lot more talented
Yeah.
who I've sparred with over the years.
Yeah.
But have not been able to do that. That's just been perseverance, being in the gym constantly,
Yeah.
eager to learn, even on bad days and bad sessions, constantly coming back, and it's paid dividends.
You know, your dad knows, and all of us know, it takes more than talent to get
Yeah,
to be world
100%.
champion.
Determination.
There's so much more elements and so much more things in life. You could get the best kid in. I've got a gym full of 20 kids, 20 amateurs. You can get a lad who looks outstanding, but there's so much more elevations in life and things you have to go through, problems. You know, to become a world champion, it's such an amazing achievement, mate.
I'm
really
sure we all explain this to our friends who watched it on the TV, right? They just see the fight. They don't see the politics. They don't see the management side of it. They don't see the ins and outs.
So many.
You know, we was having a conversation today, weren't we, about where your career, about how you've got to departmentalize what you're going through in life and not let it affect what you're doing in the ring. You're arguing your missus or whatever you're going through. You've got to be able to departmentalize. And not a lot of guys can do that. And it distracts them from the career and they all fall short.
This is it. It's a massive mental game.
Yep.
And I think, like I say, holding it together can be a world beater in here.
Yep.
But it all comes down to the night. Under them bright lights. That's what matters the most when you fucking...
Some guys can't switch on because they're thinking out the back of your head.
Fights are won and lost on the walk to the ring.
On the day.
You know, just that
on the
nerves.
day. One little mistake.
That's why you can't have no distraction around you when you're doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I say, you've got to be hold it together for that old camp.
Yeah.
Like, we're all humans.
Yeah.
We have lives outside of boxing. We have relationships. We have kids. We have going on. We have bills to pay. So you've got to stay mentally strong for all that. Like I said before we got on air, you know, my kids were born 13 weeks before
Selby.
The Selby
Leeds,
fight.
Selby
The biggest fight.
massive fight. Yeah, exactly.
And you know, the pressure that came was that.
Yeah.
20,000 in front of me on. Everyone wanted me to win, but they weren't too sure.
Yeah.
I would have fought an underdog.
Yeah.
Most of the boxing critiques and over boxing public were writing me off. I wouldn't get my ears boxed off.
Wow.
You know, I'd only just been gifted the belts from Selby, what he'd vacated. He was going to give me a boxing lesson. You know,
I remember.
All this work. But you've got to have that mentality of, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's not going to go as that. We're going to rip that script up.
You've come through it all. You've come through it all, mate.
Yeah.
You know, there's no easy way. Nobody's got an easy road.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've got to understand that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? 100%, mate.
Most people won't know what fighters have to get through to come to
there ain't no easy road.
ups and downs and everything. The guy like holding relationships together, and then when you get a little bit of fame, everyone wants your attention, everyone wants something from you. People come up from everywhere, don't
that
they?
still ruins your relationship as well sometimes. Depends on your partner how they can handle it. Like when you're going to do your press conferences and stuff like that. Someone's inviting you here, there, everywhere. They understand. Some people can't, some parents can't understand, so they go through stress with that on top.
They've got to adapt. Everyone's got to adapt.
I'll be honest.
So you're lucky.
I'm lucky as well. There's the circle I have around me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's down to you, Josh. It's down to you.
It's
down to you, mate.
Maybe so. Like
you got to choose your friends wisely.
No, but I'm talking about the relationship as well. So I'm talking about
your
home life. Yeah,
it's down to
they
you,
understand.
Mate. It's down to you. It ain't lucky. It's down to you. Trust me.
I guess so. But you don't know how people are going to be. Like when I first got with my missus, I didn't know how she was going to be later on the line, but she's absolutely fantastic. So now she's my chef. She's my PA. She
looks after you. She looks after you, mate.
You know, so
simple
as well as a mother to my children.
Yeah.
You know, me and my old fella, we've had fucking good times and we've had bad times. You know, there's been times when we've had fucking stand-up rows and fallouts and stuff.
Arguments.
They'll fight you.
After that, when the arm gets raised on the night,
it goes out the window.
All my circle of pals are a small circle.
Keep it that way. Keep it that way.
We've been there from the start of school. Do you know what I mean? But and they fucking as we're going out, you know, somebody might, if we're out as a group of lads, somebody come along and say, "Oh, just gonna get a picture," and they'll be going, "Josh is a fucking knobhead." But I'd rather have it like that.
Yeah, you're normal.
Them licking
yourself.
fucking ass, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it keeps you grounded.
Yeah.
You know, one of the first times I got a fucking suit.
Yeah.
First time you know what? I'll go invite my own fellas. I'll just go. He'd be proud of this. A proud dad seeing his fucking.
Is it
son
what you got on?
I've got a 3-piece suit on. It's lovely.
What did he
walks
say?
in, I'm thinking I look like a fucking $1 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, wow. Only people who wear suits from my area if they're going to court or a funeral.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm walking in thinking, fucking big's knees here.
Yeah.
Goes in. He's sitting in his living room. He's got a fucking vest on, looks like Jim Royal, like Raw Family. Kebab stains and pizza stains all over it. Ashtray rested on his belly. Walks in, he just went,
What do you look like?
"Where the fucking hell you gonna look like that? You look alright, cunt. Take that off. Fucking Johnny Depp look alike, go on." I walked out like, I went down like a lead balloon. Probably flat, but listen, it's character building.
So you wear suits now. I see you look smart at your press conferences.
Yeah, thank you.
You need to get a dad a suit as well. Come on, we need to get him.
Come on, I've won tracky bottoms in the t-shirt.
Come on.
I asked Johnny a question that surprised me. I'm going to ask Josh the same
Johnny
question.
Nelson?
Yeah. So I was expecting him to say, I said, "Who was your role model in boxing?" And you know what he said? His brother.
That's right, yeah.
His brother did nothing in the sport.
Yeah.
So I've got a feeling you've got something like this. I don't know why. That you looked up to somebody or somebody was a role model to you that really didn't do a lot in boxing. Am I right or wrong or what? Did you have a role model or nothing? What happened? Your dad.
Dad.
Perfect.
Nice one. Respect, man.
What was it? What you looked up to?
Why?
Just the character of
Inspirations.
He sat in the room. I don't want to fucking blow smoke.
His head's growing now, isn't it? His head's growing.
As a
Inspiration.
kid, he was my hero.
Yeah.
He was my hero.
Love it.
I always had a wise head on young shoulders. So I always thought my way of thinking were maybe a little bit different how my pals did in the fucking school and playground.
Yeah.
And I seen how he was with people and how people respected him. And I wanted to be just like that.
Love it.
Just so
Love that.
Why
has he got a different name
I felt
now?
He's going to cry. He's going to cry, Josh, man. Come on. Man.
Social stuff.
Get him a tissue,
Social stuff. You were from a stage, you know how things work, you know what I mean?
Did he feel like he kept you grounded?
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I love about you the most, coming from Leeds and seeing how you've started and what you've gone through and how you represent our city is, when we train around Naz, it's a totally different kind of character.
Yeah.
Totally the other side. Even in the gym, it was all razzmatazz. As soon as he walks through the door, everyone's taken back. And people didn't know how to approach him.
You're welcoming.
You're welcoming.
You are.
You know,
No, not even without even saying anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We're on the same level.
Precisely.
Before, you're like, you had to watch your steps, you know, with Naz or whatever. And
because you didn't know how he was going to react.
You don't know.
Mood swings. Like, it took me months to be able to
talk
say hello to him.
Yeah,
and then he was all right with me. But I have seen him just say what you're looking at. And
There's no need for that, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally different characters.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've changed.
Yeah.
No,
I don't feel like I've changed.
See that?
Yeah, that's
So,
great.
like,
That's good.
I remember as being a kid, being around, you know, first going into pro gyms and seeing them, maybe Central Area champions or English champions, British champions, and walking around like fucking bit of an aura around them.
Yeah.
And being like yourself a bit too fucking taken aback to say
Yeah,
hello.
like what they'll do. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought I'd never be like that.
Yeah.
And I've stuck to my guns. And I think little things like staying true to your word, having the right people around you. You know, it fucking pained me to act like a.
You haven't tried to, though, have you? You haven't tried to be that way. It's natural.
It's natural, yeah.
It's a better role model, but everyone knows who you are.
I can sleep at night.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, precisely. Everyone know who you are. Like when you're putting on a facade, we don't really know who you are.
You lose it.
Yeah.
You lose it. You get figured out eventually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Just be yourself and done.
You said to me earlier that you enjoy being a dad and you want more kids. You're a brave man with what? 3 girls?
2 girls.
Two girls.
Twins.
How many more do you want?
Another set of twins.
One more would be nice. Just for, I know that I can never get it back. That time what I missed with my girls when we fight, but just one more would be nice.
Is your missus now? You want one more?
Yeah, she does as well.
Yeah, it's like she does.
Sorry, some Guinness punch out.
But
he's gonna come up with his.
Here we go.
That knows what I'm talking about. Guinness punch.
Guinness punch will help you out. That's right.
Or peanut punch. Fix him up, man. Fix him up.
Listen, I'm all right. After I boxed Kiko Martinez in 2017, me and my missus went away on holiday, and we always said, I'll have kids when I retire, but then when am I going to retire?
Yeah, true.
Didn't put a date on it.
Yeah.
We're married, house.
You got everything.
You know,
you said.
I always said that potentially could travel the world and do some exploring, but never going to get time to do that because I have a few weeks off and then it's back into camp, just live as a boxer. So we decided then we're going to go home when we get back home from as holiday. We're going to start a family.
Yeah.
Fucking one go and we've got twins. One go and I've got twins.
Strong lad, man.
Yeah, super spunk.
we need to do that.
Yeah, man, that's chef, man.
How long are you giving yourself, Josh? You putting a cap on it, or you think you don't want to think about retirement, but like,
no.
You secure now, probably to retire if you wanted to, or what are you thinking?
Yeah.
42.
I always used to say, I finish when I finish,
As long as you can.
I used to think, go as high as I can.
Yeah.
And on the way back down, win a British title again. But since I've had kids, that's all changed. I'd like to get out at the top. I've got a few little goals. I want to go to the States. I want to fight for the States.
Yeah.
I'm in a position I could be unified champion.
Yeah.
I've set that goal. I set that goal a few years ago. Ring magazine belt. Got a few little goals I want to tick off, and then I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
I've seen some fighters go
too long,
and come down the other side of it. Yes. Yeah. Listen, this sport takes a lot from you.
Yeah.
As much as we love it and as much as it changes lives, it does take a lot from you.
Yeah.
So I understand that it will happen eventually.
Yeah.
There will be a day where I don't fight competitively, but I can still be part of the sport.
Yeah.
Be a cornerman or something.
Yeah.
Trainer.
I think you have to prepare yourself a little bit for that. And, I feel like I'm in the peak years of my career, but at the same time, I need to know, I have an idea of when it will be.
I think we all have a plan. I mean, it's not even in boxing, in our life, but does it really go to plan? It never goes to plan.
No.
Not always, got to take each day.
Not always, but I think you've got to adjust to it.
You've got to have some kind of a idea, haven't you? But it's hard to stick to it.
I like what he's saying though, because it sounds wise. Because a lot of fighters, listen, if Roy Jones Jr. retires after he beats Ruiz at heavyweight, for me he goes down as greatest heavyweight, the greatest fight of all time, right? But he kept on going, didn't he? And look at all the losses on his record at the end.
It's demoralised.
You need to know when.
Yeah.
To give you.
There's more after boxing.
But they say he's enjoying it and this and that. I don't know. What do you reckon?
Only he knows that. Yeah. Only Roy Jones knows
He's still on about it.
He's secure financially, so why is he still good?
Is he?
It's missing
I would
the
say
limelight. It's a limelight. That's what it is. It's a limelight of people.
Yeah, I think I could agree with that.
That's all it is.
I could
coming out into a crowd and people are. That's what you're missing.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And build up the butterfly.
Some people can't get past that.
Can't get past that.
It's a feeling that I don't think is ever going to be replicated ever
again. Yeah.
Even when you've been doing it for years.
Yeah. Even Evander Holyfield.
The regiment of training camp.
Yeah.
Your food, what you're eating.
Yeah.
The attention.
Preparation. That fight night feeling is just.
Yeah, you can't take it away.
Everybody's around.
Not a lot of many people understand
this
that.
This is it. You've got nerves. You've got pressure. But then the feeling of winning after it's just. It's fucking so many mixed emotions in
like the roly-poly that you did. Did you know you were going to do that?
Yeah, I did. I've been wanting to do it for years, to be fair, but not had the opportunity to do so. But
we used to have to do that every session down at the Ingles, didn't we?
He's been at Sheffield. He's been on slide watches trying to do a backflip.
Robbie Keane's fucking celebration. What he used to do, the cartwheel, the roly-poly and guns. But a few weeks before, one of Leeds United players did it.
Yeah.
So, but I'd been wanting to do it for years.
I'm glad you didn't injure yourself doing it.
Done it.
You got any regrets?
No.
Love it. They all say that. That's the art of success as well.
Yeah.
You know, the top guys that we've asked, none of them had a regrets.
No, we asked Ryan Rhodes that.
None of them had regrets.
Yeah.
Neither's Johnny Nelson.
Yeah.
And they've not had no regrets because it's turned out good in the end.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think
it's going to be few trips on the way, isn't they?
Listen, that I was saying to Max, there's on the weekend we went to Manchester. Sometimes I've knocked myself constantly. Oh fucking hell! I should have just done a video for Instagram. I should have done that. I should have. But really and truthfully, I've forgotten about it the next day.
I like that.
You know, sometimes you might have. I could look back and think, oh, why wasn't I switched on?
Yeah.
When I boxed Mauricio Lara the first time.
Yeah.
When he knocked me out. But
everything happens for a reason.
Exactly. When I look back, it was a fucking massive lesson.
Yeah.
You know, was meant to be. So I've no regrets.
I don't think anyone can doubt. I don't even want to touch on it too much, but you showed so much heart to come back and get back where you are now. Like, mental strength to go through that is...
Fighters, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are.
There's some guys can't get over to the other side of that door. They'll prolong the situation. You didn't hide from nothing. You went, I want him back. Jumped in there, move on, life goes on, right?
And I think that's because things like this, the amount of times I've had a fucking hiding in here, but people don't see it.
Yeah.
People don't see the hard sparring sessions when you've had black eyes, bust nose, it's not gone your way, and then you've come out of gym and you've had a fucking verbal hiding off your trainer, fucking terrible. Like you fight like that on fight night, you're gonna get an hiding. You know, that's fucking it gives you a callous mindset. It strengthens you. Like beyond belief. And
sometimes the training can be harder than the fight, right?
No, it is
100%. But it only toughens you. Because if you can't take it off your trainer, well, you're going to be walking out in the fucking front of 10,000 people.
Calling names as well.
And these days on your social media, you can't escape it. So it's constantly there.
Well, you've got a lot more followers than me. I've got 37,000 followers on TikTok. Because I'm an online coach and I just get slagged off in every post. I don't even block it anymore.
It's part of it, innit?
Yeah, you
it's
can't
part
let
of
it
it.
affect
You cannot go plain sailing. You're gonna get it. It's all about the knocks and the falls. 100%. 100%.
I remember coming through. There was a time when 2015, I'd gone from in 18 months. I'd won English, British, Commonwealth, European, and then
WBC.
Yeah,
WBC International.
You forgot it.
Don't forget.
Actually, that was the first time I'd won the WBC. I boxed a fella called Dennis DeBeron.
Yeah.
And they were all, at the time, Selby was getting mentioned.
Yeah.
And Johnny Nelson and Paul Smith absolutely fucking roasted me after that fight.
Yeah.
I won the fight 120, 108 on all scorecards.
Yeah.
But they said if Josh is really serious about being at world level, he should have been blasting people like that out there.
Yeah.
Now, I tried too hard for the support because the last few fights I'd finished them all early.
Yeah.
And I thought that it was going to be the same that night.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be an early finish after 4 rounds.
Yeah.
But he went on the defensive mechanism.
Yeah.
He wanted to just survive, and I was trying too hard.
Yeah.
By 7th round, I was gassed.
Yeah.
I was blown out.
Yeah.
But you still won rounds.
I still won the rounds,
rounds.
But I was trying too hard to finish it,
That's it.
and he just wanted to survive.
Yeah.
And after that, I was getting absolutely destroyed on fucking social media. Just a ticket seller, all these casual fans. Where's he going to get found out when he gets to this level?
Part of the journey, mate.
I'm like, it'd become nationwide.
Yeah.
And I don't realise that.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well,
It's good. It's
and
all
I
good.
couldn't take
for you.
it
Yeah.
because I was fucking sat up, arguing back with him with fucking talking to.
Nice.
And I remember,
Publicity.
I went away, I come back, and there was anytime I put a tweet, I was still getting it.
Yeah.
And I remember fucking going over in a chat with Ricky Hatton, and I'm saying to him, listen, it's been a bit different for you, because you didn't have social media back in the day.
That's
like,
right.
I still get stick now.
Yeah.
I still get stick now. I might put a tweet about Man City, and some people say you fucking no bed, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He said, there's people still out there. He says, but why are you getting upset about fucking John?
You don't know.
John the Builder.
Yeah.
Who's not happy with his life, who probably can't get a fuck off his
Precisely.
missus. Why are you getting upset with
Precisely.
when you've won English, British, Commonwealth,
Making
European?
change.
He says, the people are always going to be out there. You're never going to meet them, but you're doing your own journey. So I thought, you know what, it's right.
Would
And
you
just then it clicked.
That comment there, would you say, because I've discovered this in my life, would you say at some point it's not about proving others wrong, it's about proving yourself right?
Yeah.
that you just have to forget about proving to anyone else. Just about you.
I've got fucking give me some of the secrets away now, but I have fucking
quote
diaries and quotes.
It's good. It's
like
good.
That. One of my fucking main quotes was all in them diaries. Every single one of them from years gone by is "Make the believers right."
That's right. I like that.
Make the believers right. Those who fucking believe in you.
Would you write a book?
Yes.
You'd write one.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah, would. Good. I'd be interested. Write everything. Ins and outs, secrets, everything's in there.
Feelings.
I've been offered.
Yeah.
I've been offered a lot of money as well to write one already, but
I'm a bit soon. Not done yet.
People have said to me, "You can bring another one out." No, fuck that.
No,
bring one out.
Finish it and do the whole book. That thick, wouldn't it?
I think it's better to do it when you've got to a stage where you've finished your career and then you can reflect on it more. Because you're in the middle of it right now.
Start to finish, exactly. Yeah.
You do a bit of acting. You did a bit of acting, didn't you? Acting. Have you done any filming?
You've been on Coronation Street.
I'm sure you did some acting. You done acting? No?
You can get him a job, can't you?
You do some acting.
Yeah, I do some acting.
Have you?
Yeah, extras have been on all sorts, Coronation Street and all sorts. Yeah. We get you.
You were the guy.
Having a cup of tea in Rolls Royce.
No, I was in prison actually.
Actually, I've seen it. Actually, this guy walks past and does his shoulder and he just looks at him and goes.
I was with Jack Dingle in the prison.
Did you start acting when you come out of prison?
Oh, stop it, man.
That's right.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, do you, mate?
That's good, Josh.
Do you see Sean, your dad?
Nice, mate.
Different in here. Is he your trainer in here or is he still your dad?
I don't know. I think at times over the years we have tried to, but it just is.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll come in and just ask how kids are, or misses, or whatever they've been up to, and that's the kind of. But yeah, it's sometimes we don't think it's just dad. It's just
get on with it.
Yeah, it's me, like a pal.
You're close. You're close.
Yeah.
It's all about relationships, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
It's all about relationships.
Sometimes your trainer, your coach, they know more about you than your dad, really.
Because you got blind spots and they're seeing all the blind spots.
100%. They don't see that emotion.
They know how you think and everything as well, and what triggers you.
Yeah, exactly. He'll know how you tick more than you do yourself.
So that's good. You got
100%.
It's better because it knows you.
I mean, there is times when he fucking still thinks I'm 12 years older. I'm thinking, fucking hell.
Marital issues, financial, sexual problems.
Good lad. Like Brendan,
you can tell us all about that next.
Yeah.
Yeah, still offers to come round and bath me and that, but
you don't take him up off it on it, though, do you?
fucking politely decline. Cheers, Dad. Great offer, but no, not tonight, pal.
Did you see Tyson Fury's comment yesterday to Dylan White at the press conference? I think he slipped up, didn't he?
They slept together.
When he said he slept together.
Oops, no.
Dylan White was like, whoa, we didn't sleep together.
It's 2022. It's acceptable these days.
Yeah, that's it. It's all out there, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's all out there.
What are you thinking this weekend? How do you feel that fight's going to go?
It's hard to bet against Tyson, but at the same time, I think Dillian's always dangerous. So I feel there'll be stages where Dillian will be in there, but I do think that Tyson will be the man who'll win. So
right. Can I ask you something?
Go on.
Okay, put yourself in Dillian White's shoes. How would you beat Tyson? And then we're going to do it verse back. How would Tyson beat Dillian? So we'll start with Dillian first. How would you beat Tyson?
Yeah, what would you do?
What would you do? What would you do? Don't guess. Come on, spit it out.
It's not guessing. I think it's hard to say so because he's not not been beaten, has he? So
there you go.
Land a big punch.
Which one?
Would you try to smother his work?
I think you would have to be close to him. So either drawing him in.
Yeah.
Because obviously Dillian does tire throughout the fight.
Yeah.
I think for the first 4 to 5, maybe put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Stick to him like glue. And as the fight goes on, hope that he comes over.
Yeah.
And then as he comes, stick to him again, get close. And, but
you can't just walk in, but at the same time, you can't stand off because he'll pick you off.
This is it. Once he's got that range, once he's allowed to work, then that's when he's got you like that.
Yeah.
On the other foot.
Yeah, now this is Tyson now. Tyson beat me. Yeah, go on.
Distance, right?
He's using that advantage of how he moves. He's 6'7". being able to box and move like he does. It's not normal, is it? It's none of the other heavyweights come up against things like that. So, you know, change positions, change stances, bobbing and weaving, and for like
relaxing,
you know, a loose right and then a loose left, and combinations from all over. It's difficult. So I think he just does that. Keeps him moving.
He's got more ways to win for sure.
100%. I think you know.
You don't know what he's going to do, do you?
I don't think he knows what he's going to do.
You don't know what he's going to do.
As a fighter, you know, when you got a fighter who's always moving,
elusive,
and elusive, you being concentrated on that. Fucking takes a lot. Takes a lot of energy. That focus.
Getting him, squaring him up.
I think Dylan. I think he has to go all out from round one. I do. I think he has to empty the lock and go for it, because he can't win on points. Right. He can't, can he? No. Come on, man. He's never done it.
Yeah.
I think he's got to go for it. Yeah. That's the only thing Dylan can win in my eyes.
Yeah. You know go back. You talk about elusiveness now, right? And your mind goes, okay. When you were boxing, Kid Galad, he's elusive. Yeah. What was your mindset? You can tell us now. How do you feel when you were moving around and everything? What was your plan?
There were strength and stuff, but
that's
well, it was smothering me. It was smothering. It was a messy fight until, you know,
stood back.
That's what the Ingalls style's like, though. That's what you're trained to do.
Yeah.
It was a good fight. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think from the previous fights, I mean, before that, I'd boxed Martinez, Dennis Salan, Selby, Frampton.
Put in good stead.
You know,
experience,
all exciting fights, and then going to that one, it wasn't the most exciting.
No, but you know, the build up to it, he wound you up, though. Did he wind you up, the build up?
Oh, yeah, like I say, I definitely, it got under my skin a bit, you know, and then maybe, again, lessons learned.
So you know next time.
Yeah.
There's a rivalry, right?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely, but I say it's part of their makeup. I mean, I said to him after, I said there were no need to all for all that. So the way that we build it up and where we build it up, it didn't fucking need building up. The fans are always going to turn out no matter what.
It means to the television though. But no, I don't think Barry did enough to win that fight. I always said that, because he didn't go to the Lion's Den. And take it from Josh. You know, he tried to nick it, and you can't nick it.
No, you got to take it.
And I'll take
your fans there, nail that.
Listen,
forget that.
I can sleep at night. Listen, he talks whatever fucking bollocks. You know, get us on social, Dominic, say whatever he wants.
Right.
There's some stuff what he said initially after the fight was enough for me.
Yeah.
Because that's initial reaction.
It's
in going back and monitoring and studying the fight and listening to other people's opinion. That's their opinion straight after the final bell. And they won't complain about it then. They were happy with the result.
There was respect there.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't saw all that. I can sleep. It's not like they've come away and hours later they've had people, actually you should have. They think their initial opinion when the final bell is rung is they didn't win the fight. So me, I'll take that and I can sleep at night.
100%.
No props.
100%.
Leeds, sing us a song, mate.
Watch it all together.
We're gonna see you win. Na 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 na. We are so proud. We shout it out loud. We love you, Leeds. Leeds.
That's it, man.
That's a wrap.
That's Leeds doing anyway. How are they doing?
We're surviving.
They're still in the Premiership.
Come on,
they're still in the Premiership. They'll still be there next season. That's the main thing. Listen, I think with I think with that we don't want to take too much time. This has been good, Josh.
Love it, Josh.
We'd love to come back and speak to you again.
Definitely come back.
100%.
Cheers, guys.
No problem. You can keep that.
Keep that.
That's your hoodie.
Guys,
how you wear it, Josh?
Check the shirt out. 13th Final Round Podcast. If you want one of these, hit us up.
He's selling it on the podcast.
That's right. No problem.
Right, D, you want to take us out?
All right. Thank you, Josh Warrington, IBF World Champion.
2 times.
2 times. Thank you for inviting us to your gym.
Don't forget to like,
share,
comment.
And we're here.
And we out.
And we out.